welcome back to UAV drone design. In the last tutorial we added our flaps in the assembly and created a small animation, and in this tutorial we're gonna go in and put our flaps back, and then we're going to hollow out this turbine, and then possibly cut the end of the drone head and hollow out the for the electronics. So let's get into this split, and then let's edit this feature, and we're just going to say we're just going to deselect consume cut bodies. I'm just going to say OK on that. Going to update it, it's going to give it back to us, and then we're going to go to this split command, and then going to edit it, and we're going to deselect consume bodies and select OK. And then we're going to go into this command and edit it, and the same thing we're going to do, just deselect cut bodies. Okay. Okay, that's good. There's a few more smaller things that there's a lot of smaller things that we have to tidy up. But first, let's hollow out this turbine here. So let's see if we have a plane that's good for that. Probably we don't. So let's grab a plane, and let's grab it off. Let's grab it off the right plane. And then we're going to go all the way back as much as possible. Let's see, so I would say about 105 would do it. 105. So let's select that. Okay, that's good. So let's just double check. Okay, that's gonna be good. So let's sketch on this plane, but first let's take off our appearance. Let's take off the appearance. Remove appearance. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's sketch on this plane. Let's flip it around. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to need these lines. So we just go to convert entities and select this face and check mark, and then now we have this line. Okay, let's pull out a bit this way so we can see a lot better. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to offset these lines, reverse, and 0.5. I think that's a good thickness, and we will add a chamfers to that edge, either from the outside or from the inside, whichever looks better. So I'm going to select OK on that. I'm just gonna select some lines here and continue these lines all the way down, and grab another line. Okay, all the way to here, and then we're just going to exit from this, not exit, we're going to trim away this outside sketches, and then we're going to get this one out and just trim off these excess lines and get this one out of the way. Oh, that's good. Okay, so now we're just going to grab a simple extruded cut, and then we're going to go inwards, and we go in about that far. That would be okay, and then press OK on that. Okay, that's good. I like that. Okay, and now we're just going to come in here and add our chamfers to this edge here. So let's see how we can get that. 10 would be too much. Let's try 1. Let's select all edges. Okay, so 1 might be too much, so let's try 0.1. As 0.5. 0.5, maybe 0.7. 0.7. That's good. So I'm going to press OK on that. And let's head over to this view. So that's fairly good. I like that. Okay, so that's good enough. Let's head back to my view that where I can see my lines. And we got the turbine done. So what we are going to do now is we're going to we're going to split this face here, and then if you go back to our sketch, you can see that that line is about here, and then we will add some holes and screws around this edge, and we're going to use some curve driven patterns to create all our screws around. Of course we will hollow this part out, but we will not be able to have these lines of the current sketch pictures that we have, so we're just going to eyeball this out. So I'm going to go back to my feature tree, and I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to create a sketch on the front plane, something like that. And I'm going to grab a actually, instead of let's exit out of the sketch, and let's see if we already have a different plane that we can use. Actually, this plane would be perfect. Yeah, so we rather use plane 20. Okay, so let's sketch on plane 20. Let's grab a spline, and then let's head back and check our picture. So it goes from somewhere down here, a little bit up, and all the way up there that way. So let's try to create that just by looking at that picture. So it's something like that. I want to make sure that we grab that edge. Yeah, something like that here. So let's grab that edge, and then let's just double check. Yeah, so it goes something like that, something like that, goes up here like that, and then all the way up to this area. Okay, and then of course we can come in here and select our line, select our control polygon, because that's the best tool to create some of the great shapes that we're looking for. So maybe if you pull this down a little bit, and something like that. Also, we're gonna go in here, and then we're going to fix this line along. We're going to make it vertical. Okay, and I like this line. So let's look at our picture again. Yeah. So obviously this one comes out down a little bit more. Something like that. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to press OK on that. And I'm going to offset this line. I'm going to offset it to reverse. Okay. I'm going to press OK on that. Then I'm just going to close up these lines here. Let's close these lines up. And let's make sure that these lines are actually go past our parts. Okay, so that's one. That's two. something like that. Exit, and what we're going to do is we're going to select this line and this line, and we're going to make it tangent. I won't be able to make the tangent because we already made the perpendicular, we already made this relationship here. So I'm going to delete all of this. I'm going to Control Z to go back one more time. And if we go back to this, we still have this delete all. And let's see what coincident, delete all. So let's try now. If I hold the Control Z, take tangent, that makes it. Okay, and then we're going to choose this line and this line and make that tangent. I'm going to choose this line and this line, make that tangent, and then we're going to choose this line and this line, make that tangent, but that is tangent from that way to that way. So alright, so let's go back and alright, so I'm just going to leave that like that. I'm going to close up the sketch. I'm not going to mess about with this one too much. Okay, so now it's one closed sketch, and then let's go and go to let's go to our split. Okay, and we already have a sketch to trim tool, and then we're going to go cut bodies. Alright, and it seems like it's giving us a lot of bodies here, so we're just going to choose what we need. Let's exit the sketch. And then let's go again back to split. Let's choose a sketch and cut bodies. It's still okay, so that's all we need. This is the only part we need. So that's number 8. So we're going to call this head cap, drone head. Yeah, let's call it the drone head, and just drone head, and then we're going to save that. And here it says consume cut bodies. We're going to deselect that, and then we're going to say OK for this. Okay, that's perfect. So now we have this part here. We can go in and say hide, and then of course we can do some more work. This drone is unmanned, so there won't be any passengers inside it, but we will hollow out the other part, which we will open separately in the next tutorial. And yeah, I'm going to leave it here, and we see you back at the next tutorial.